And I hope that people understand from this that book is filled with tough, challenging decisions that I've had to make throughout my life. And I hope that people understand from this that what the point of this story is that most politicians, they will run from the truth. They will shy away and hide from making tough decisions. I don't do either of those. I tell the truth and I make tough decisions. People attacked me during COVID for keeping my state open. They called me wrong and attacked me night after night on TV for not doing mandates and not forcing people to get vaccines or wear masks. They're doing it again now with this. I just hope people will read the book, find out the truth, because this was a dangerous animal. And I had a choice between keeping my small children and other people safe or a dangerous animal, and I chose the safety of my children.
And just like Tony Hinchcliffe, she is talking about Puerto Ricans, and she means every single word. Guys, welcome to Comedians Destroy Podcasting. My name is Nick Carra, and I will be here with my co-host, Ada Detski.
First podcast episode, Friday the 13th, starting off strong.
We're starting off real strong.
Starting off very strong.
That was Governor Kristi Noem on Hannity excusing killing a goat.
She's in the Trump cabinet, I think. I don't know what position, but yeah, she's in there, and she the dangerous animal she's talking about is indeed a Puerto Rican.
A Puerto Rican goat, otherwise known as Fat Joe.
She just didn't like him because he was fun at parties.
Yeah, that has to be it. Terrifying that we have a cabinet. Trump seems to think that people are eating cats and dogs, and then his who is she? What is she?
No, these people are killing them for fun.
Right. Well, she's shooting dogs and goats.
You got to use the whole animal. I mean,
yeah. Well, did you see why she shot the dog?
Why?
It was bad at hunting. She was shooting birds out of the sky, and the dog was like, "I love you." And then she took it to a gravel pit.
The dog was
shot it.
The dog was too nice to me. It's disgusting.
I know, it's a worthless hunting dog. So make him a regular dog.
She used strong language too. She was like, and I watched him on the gravel. On
gravel. Do you know how uncomfortable of a death that is?
Oh man, I can't think about that.
Gravel. You ever step on gravel with no shoes on? It's horrifying. Imagine having a bullet in your fucking spine. Speaking of bullets in the spine.
Wow, perfect transition. Perfect.
How fucking cool is that CEO getting shot, huh?
That was, you know what, it's funny because the CEO had his mom was a maid, he had a real rags to riches story. Nobody gives a fuck.
Wait, the CEO had a
rags to riches story.
His mother was a maid, and he had enough humanity in it. You know why? Because of his mother, he saw the worst in humanity. Shit on the wall.
He was like walking around the biggest houses around like the Hamptons and shit where his mother cleaned, and he was like, I'm gonna be one of them. I don't know. I'm making a narrative in my head.
Whatever. I think he's from like Minnesota or something like that.
All right. Well, what's the richest community in Minnesota?
Yeah, Minnesota Hamptons, which looks a lot like Newark.
Very different demographics than Newark. Actually, same. Never mind.
Yeah.
Same.
No, yeah. That's probably what he saw, these giant houses, and he was like, "Oh, if I just get rid of my humanity and get into finance, I could do this or whatever he did."
I could have a staircase that splits into two.
Yeah,
that's what everybody wants.
I don't want that.
The two staircase marble where it's very cold.
I don't really need stairs at all. I gotta be honest. I would like a wide house that takes up a lot of space, and walks are really long to get to the other side.
Like all one floor?
Yeah, it's all one floor.
I like that.
It's real obnoxious. It's like an elementary school.
You take advantage of all of the land.
Yeah.
Imagine instead of farms, you just had like a 4-acre house or whatever, like you just walked through.
I want 15 acres and 10 of them are house.
I like that.
Yeah, it's real obnoxious.
Yeah, and then the rest of it is like a fully like concreted over grilling area.
Right. Yeah. We have a basketball court on there, a kitchenette maybe.
Yeah.
No pool. I don't want a pool.
No pool.
Hot tub.
No pool.
You're right. Sauna.
Pool with a slide. Come on. I mean,
Pool with a slide can go fuck itself. What am I, McDonald's?
Serious? What is the point of having any money if you don't have a wait?
Huh.
What's the point of having any money if you don't have a pool with a slide?
Because the pool's inside. That's why I have so much house.
Wow, I see what you did there.
See, we have a pool house.
I like that.
A pool hut that is attached to the regular house. So I don't have to go outside and do a whole fucking thing. It's temperature controlled. Fucking December, I want to go for a dip. I have it right there, heated.
Mind blowing.
Mind blowing. I know how to fucking spend this money. Give it to me. UHC, I hear you're in need of a new CEO.
I'll fucking deny any claim.
Whatever you need me to deny. I'll slap the kids in the face. The leukemia kids, I'll slap them right in the fucking grill.
Yeah, get me some fucking BlackRock security. Get me,
Yeah, I want round-the-clock security at all times.
I'll tell you what, in every single speech I do, I'll be like, come at me, but with your bare hands.
Right.
No guns. No guns at play, but at any point you can't attack me. I will give you that. But you have to defeat me with your bare hands or you're not a man.
Right. How lucky is Luigi that it happened to be the one time that a CEO didn't have full security around them?
Right.
How lucky was that?
Yeah, just 16. They're like, nothing could happen to this guy. He's fine.
No, I mean, I guess in the CEO world, he's kind of like low down. Like he wasn't like that important.
True.
Apparently, even though it's a major health insurance company.
Right, but like, who knows the faces? Now they know their faces.
Now they know their faces.
Now they're very aware.
People are posting their faces and shit. It's crazy.
Now everyone is very aware of what these people look like. I'm sure some of them are going to start getting doxxed. Like, that's what we're going to hear next.
You think so? You think we're going to hear people going after them?
I think we're going to see some copycats, especially if this case goes to trial. Because then he's going to be everywhere, dude. Like, if that's a trial, that's a national. That's going to steal time away from
You think that they might not televise it? I think they have to televise it.
No, they're going to televise it, dude. Especially if shit keeps going wrong in Syria. They have to televise it.
Right, because what about all the fucked up shit they want to do in Syria? You can't forget all the fucked up shit they want to do there.
I got to be honest with you. I know that there's shit happening. I know that there's something with Assad. Got to tell you, I'm in this Luigi story. Unfortunately, I feel
Assad
ashamed.
Can eat my dick. I'm trying to find this.
What does Jordan B. Peterson think about Assad?
Oh, well, great googly boogly. I do think that it's absolutely preposterous, and it's against manhood to be attacking Assad. I made him Indian for a quick second.
It is against manhood because they sodomized them.
They didn't sodomize Assad, did they?
Not him, but that's like typically what they do when they went over there.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
They be butt fucking?
I don't know who it was, but like someone got butt fucked with a knife. I think Saddam.
What?
Yeah, dude. Saddam had like a horrible death. I'm pretty sure. Fact check me on that.
He didn't get hung by a crane? I thought he was the guy that got hung by the crane.
I think he did a bunch of stuff.
How did Saddam Hussein die? He was hanged to death for crimes against humanity. Yeah.
We need a Jamie.
Let's see. I'm Jamie. I'm so tired of fucking people saying Jamie and shit. Anyway, but how fucking lucky is Luigi? No security. Guy always has security. And you know what? This is a true fact. True fact right here. You know how they say like during 9/11 all the Muslims in Jersey City were cheering?
Yeah.
When they found out he was Italian, that was Staten Island.
That was our moment.
They were in the streets, just da 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 da. It was amazing. It looked like the Italian festival of Mulberry Street.
There were a lot of block parties everywhere you went. You just picked up a chicken parm.
DJs went fucking nuts in their mother's garages, just Luigi Mangione. Woo! Sometimes I got a good feeling, yeah.
They're making pizza.
I got a feeling that the CEO was shot. I don't know.
They have pizzas, like, the toppings make out Luigi's face.
They were giving away pizzas at every single pizzeria just because they found out the Luigi special. It was amazing.
No, guys with big eyebrows are having a great time right now. Everybody's just being him. You know what? We've had a recent huge uptick in lookalike contests.
Yeah, what's that about? I keep seeing that.
Why are we doing that? We're doing a lot of that right now. We did a lookalike contest with Timothy Chalamet. I saw a bunch of people came together and did that. And these are like announced on a whim.
Right.
I think this guy's had several lookalike. Like, people were dressing up like him in the jackets.
Well, I mean, a lot of people look like it. You know who I think we should do like we gotta wait like 20 years or so. But then again, I don't know if he'll still be. I would want what's his fucking name? Christopher from The Sopranos. Mm-hmm. I want him to play old Luigi Mangione. You see it?
I do see it.
Do you see it? I see it. Actually, he looks more like a guy who would kill a guy in the street than Luigi does.
I mean, that is how he was cast. That is like a funny, like, yeah, you're a gangster, dude.
Yeah, but like a loser one.
Right. No, but so Luigi, he had like a back thing, and apparently that's what radicalized him.
Oh, now that he's in jail, he certainly is going to have a back thing.
Oh, man, absolutely.
How do you think he's going to get treated in jail?
So I saw that there was like a news thing where they interviewed people in the jail, and the way that they did it was like the reporter was standing outside and he was yelling questions to
through windows with the bars.
Yeah, and then the inmates were screaming back, and they said that he like is being treated super unfairly, that he doesn't have a TV in his room. But like,
you get TVs in your room in jail now? What?
I didn't know that. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I still think it's Shawshank, dude. They're just sitting there. They're just with a harmonica, maybe.
Dude, I feel like the jails kind of look a lot like our apartments.
Yeah, my studio apartment where my kitchen is right here. We're sitting in my kitchen, somehow my bedroom, and my dining room at the same time. And the bathroom is none too far.
I feel like there are flat screen TVs in jail now. I feel like they have Netflix. They got Roku.
Yeah. You know what I did? I was because as you know, I have an aunt who's in and out of prison. Mm-hmm. She was getting treated real well because you get like a card, like in college. You know, in college you have like a card that you can swipe for like shit.
Yeah, and you can buy like ramen, stuff like that. Like, what are they called? Commissaries?
Yeah, they have that. You just put money on a card. So like going to college and going to prison are pretty similar, except the prison's way cheaper.
They done gentrified the prisons, bro. They gentrified the jails. Yeah, there's a Starbucks in the jails.
If you go to jail, you start reading. You might become Muslim, but you start reading. People get their fucking degrees in jail now. Just rob a fucking gas station and you get the best education of your life.
I wonder why it's
free gym. I
wonder why they go Muslim. Is someone like peddling Qurans around jails? Yeah, there have to be.
I think, yeah, it has to be you just pick it up and you're like, what are they so angry about? And then you read it and you go, oh, it's so peaceful. This is a beautiful religion on paper. And it is. Everything you read from the Quran.
Strong start from the top.
Right away. Why? Is that controversial?
No.
I said it's a great religion.
It wasn't as controversial as when we started, so who gives a shit?
Right, we started with, come on, man. I thought that was funny.
It is. But when you read the Quran, it's peaceful.
Yeah.
I think jail right now is probably not too horrible. But especially,
you know what the heaviest religious book is?
What is it?
It is actually the Torah.
Well, yeah, we have like a ton of books.
Right. Well, it's also full of coins.
How did you know that? It would be funny. You know how they make those hidden books and you can put stuff in them? Mm-hmm. It would be funny to have a Torah. Just when you open it, it's like a false inside cutout, and then it just has coins in it. That's where I keep my cash. I'm going to do that.
Yeah, it's just a cut. Actually, no Jews have ever read the Torah. It's just cut out the pages, a big square, and it's just stacks of bills.
I think the Torah is pretty fucking huge. I think it's that big, like...
If you cut out all the pages, you could put a down payment in there.
100%. You could put a home in your Torah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man. There's a lot.
The Dead Sea Scrolls are just contracts.
That's right. I have tried to read look up how to read the Torah or something like that. It's very difficult, and it makes the religion is not accessible.
Why is it difficult?
It's just hard. It's a lot. You feel like you have to catch up on a lot because, you can read the Bible. Mm-hmm. You could just read it on your own. I feel like with the Torah, you read like passages and stuff kind of in sections for a long time. Like, I don't know. I don't think you can like pick up a book and start reading like that. I've tried to find shit like that.
It's one of my goals. I do want to read all the major religious books. I want to read the Bible, mm-hmm. the Torah,
okay.
the Quran, the Kama Sutra.
What religion is that for?
How to make friends and influence people. The Art of the Deal. Atheism for Dummies.
7 Healthy Habits of... Dude, I read that book.
Oh, yeah?
That's one of the few books I've ever read cover to cover, yeah.
Where is Andrew Tate's book? Does he have one?
Does Andrew Tate have a book?
I feel like that's the guy who would have a book.
I don't think Andrew Tate has a book. I think he has a very good internet following.
A very good one.
Well, a very high-numbered one. No, he doesn't have a book. There's books about him, which is cooler.
He has books about him?
He has books about him, yes. Andrew Tate, The Way of Alpha, written by Robertson B. Thomas. Success, Money, Fame, Escape the Matrix.
That's pretty nuts. I'm trying to find that RFK Jr. tweet we just saw, but it's like gone. Was it wiped? Did he take it down?
Oh, no. This book is your definitive guide to understanding the fundamentals and going beyond. It doesn't tiptoe around the subject matter. It dives deep, leaving no room for uncertainty. By the end, you won't just grab the basics. You'll master it. I don't know what that even means.
So this is a guy who's like super pro.
This is a guy who's a little bit gay for Andrew Tate.
He's a little gay.
Andrew
Tate, I like him because he's very confident in the things he says. I tend to tune him out because I feel like it's a guy. You know how I feel about Andrew Tate? You ever go to the gym and maybe it's not at the gym. Maybe you just go to like a bar or something and you meet like the conspiracy theory bro guy and he's just talking in your ear and you're like trying to kind of like just look forward and you're like, all right, I'm just gonna get through this. That's how I feel about him. Like, I'm just gonna let him talk. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not. And then maybe once in a while, there's like, it started with something I can kind of get behind, and then it went fucking crazy.
So you think listening to Andrew Tate probably gets to the point of like, this guy's a little bit on cocaine. He's like
this is a little much. You're just like, oh, okay, this is getting hard.
You think he's a yapper?
Yeah, I think I think he starts off with a decent idea, and then lets himself go fucking nuts with it.
I see what you mean.
Does that make sense?
Yes. You know what? I gotta be honest. That's like a very old guy thing to do. Like where you just get stuck in a story loop and you're trying to get out. Right,
but you kind of let yourself just go down the deep end.
Right.
'Cause you believe yourself so much. My dad does it all the time. See if I can with his because he does the chemtrails. Mm-hmm. It's kind of he's still not over chemtrails.
What are chemtrails supposed to like? What's the actual hurt of them? Because I've never heard RFK Jr. talk about chemtrails.
No, I've never heard him do chemtrails. I've heard him do vaccines. I've heard him do fat people. And he's the health czar, so he would know about chemtrails more than any of us.
So if someone was to like write like Ashley marry me or something like that, like, you know, for a proposal, that's chemtrails.
That must be a chemtrail. Or at least the same plane gets used. It's the same thing. Maybe. So I guess this is Nicky Boy's theory. Nicky Boy's my father. It's the private planes. It's like a 1-person plane, and you know how they leave that trail, and there's all these like lines in the sky. They expand and then they dissipate into the atmosphere, and then it brings like rain or whatever. It makes the things cloudy.
Is there who is making the chemtrails? Who's ordering?
The government.
Okay, the government is they in this?
Yeah, but if chemtrails have been happening the entire time, that means Trump also was okay. It did chemtrails.
What I'm thinking is like if chemtrails are weather, then I think that theory would belong to the Jews. What you have a lot of weather theories then, like in that. Yeah. In that realm, there's a lot of theories.
Well, then there's HARP.
What's HARP?
HARP is where they send like signals into the sky from like machines, and then that brings like rain and storms and stuff. I get a lot of this information from Nicky Boy.
No, I'm in.
So he thinks like hurricanes and stuff. You know how like our storms were getting worse and worse over the years and like bigger. He thinks that they're being created, and then they follow the wind up. And they come after us. Yeah. I don't know what the goal is.
I disagree with that. I think I have a more common sense approach to like why the storms are getting worse. Yeah. No, it's very clearly God punishing us. Right. It's very clearly, I've seen the Haktua girl.
I'm so happy about her fucking downfall. Do you know what happened with her?
The coins, the Haktua coins.
And then she like just dumped it?
She did a pump and dump, and then now I don't think anything's going to happen to her. Again, this is what Luigi Mangione is distracting us from. It's Syria and the Haktua girl.
Right. Well, I saw that she showed up at some like concert or thing, and she's like, "Give it up for this."
You know what I think? I think Haktua and Luigi should date.
Oh, Haktua x Luigi?
I think that they should date. I think he should be the new Pookie.
Damn.
I think that they should.
Pookie shot my heart out.
They need to give Luigi a phone. They need to let him start TikToking, doing dances from a cell, and then him and Haley start like.
When you shot that CEO, it was like Cupid shooting me. You know what? Sometimes I go back and forth on this one a little bit. There's points where I'm like, leave her alone. She's having her 15 minutes. That's a big fucking 15 minutes, but she's having it. And then there's other times where I'm like, fuck you, America, for doing this. You prop this little bitch up for her little blowjob joke. And there are funny fucking people named Nick, Carra, and Ada Detski who deserve this attention. And I just say inflammatory things in a studio apartment.
She's going to be president.
She's
I hope you know that she's going to be president. I don't know what you're talking about, these 15 minutes of fame. It's propelled a lot of worse people farther.
That's true. This is true.
So I think she's going to be president, and I just want to say that I fully support the Haktua campaign.
Who do you think is going to run with her?
Jake Paul.
Jake Paul and Haktua. President 2. Yeah. No one will know her name.
No one's going to give a shit at that point.
Oh, here it is. I fucking found it.
They're just going to have a head department of like Twitch streaming and whatever. That's what the government's going to give a shit about. It's going to be the internet.
Right. We're going to get policies over a Fortnite video.
Yeah, we're gonna get like copyright stuff. We're gonna get like YouTube drama, like what Twitch streamer groped a 13-year-old.
Right. The borders are always gonna be Mr. Beast.
Twitch is fucking disgusting.
I haven't been on Twitch.
I see. Okay, maybe that is like a broad statement. I'm sorry, but from what I've seen, there's like a lot of intense stuff on there.
What, like OnlyFans kind of shit?
Yeah, but like also people who are big Twitch streamers getting caught with like minors and stuff like that. Like, yeah, they Twitch stream themselves doing really weird things, and also those guys that zoom around in their cars on the highway and go through people, they weave.
How many videos of people doing that you think are where they crash?
They have dash cams, and I saw one where the guy crashed.
Good.
He crashed, and then they tried to hit and run, but the entire front of your car is gone, and someone's bumper is gone. Like, they find you.
Yeah, look for the fucking expensive car.
And it looks like
it's on video. If we find the video,
you have the dash cam. They're gonna find you, and that's how they found them, through the dash cam. They had so many people watching their streams.
Of course. Also, you fucking losers watching streams of people playing go get the fucking game. Go do that shit. What's wrong with you? You fucking losers.
So even
you watch a guy drive fast.
Okay, so even you get that that's weird.
It's gay.
They watch it
in the classic sense, not the people. I love the gay people.
They watch it like while playing the game, or do you just sometimes just watch it to have it on?
I think people watch like people who are really good at the game play the game.
But like that's hours. That's crazy to me.
I think they play for hours and they get money out of it.
Dude, that has to be some sort of like very severe autism.
I mean, so I guess if you're really into a game and you watch someone be really good at it and you're like, oh shit, I didn't even know you could do something like that. Maybe like that clip is cool for you. But like to watch hours of it?
Well, watching anything for hours is not good. I mean,
no.
My vice, and maybe some people will say that this is even worse. I watch like horrible reality TV shows on Netflix.
Yeah.
Reality TV has genuinely taken a huge nosedive.
Wow. A nosedive from where it started.
It's not as dramatic. It's not like...
It's a little bit more made up.
Yeah, I think the quality is too good as well. I think that reality TV should look like a home video. It should be pixelated. It should be a little bit more real life. I want to look like it's recorded. You know what I mean? I want people like...
They're always in makeup. They're always looking good.
Right. I don't like all the
dressed.
hair and makeup. I don't like all the conversations. We've been watching Ultimatum. I've been forcing you to watch Ultimatum. I don't like all of the deep, intense conversations about relationships. It bothers me.
Well, they also feel scripted.
I want to watch people fight.
Right. I want to watch the worst human beings if I'm going to watch it. I want Jersey Shore.
I will say, like, even I've watched like reality TV on the Zeus network, which is like a primarily African American network.
It's a very African American network.
It's a
network and it's African American.
Dude,
okay.
Speaking in liberal speak honestly makes it sound so much worse than just like it's a ghetto network. And that's what it is.
The network?
It's Zeus.
I've never heard of Zeus.
Okay, so there is this woman.
But what a black name.
There's her name is Natalie Nunn, and she runs like this show called Baddies. And do you remember Blueface's girlfriend, Christian Rock?
I keep seeing stuff for them, so I do remember there was a controversy. I've never heard anything from Blueface or her.
So Christian Rock, her kid has like I think fetal alcohol syndrome. And it's like it's Instagram.
Is it Chris Crack Rock?
Dude, he has fetal alcohol syndrome. She 100% drank when she was pregnant. All the Instagram comments can see it. The kid looks confused. Oh, the kid looks very surprised to be out in the world and very unhappy from what he's seeing.
Oh, no.
So, Christian Rock she was on this show. I think she got famous because of it more so. And, dude, I watched an episode where she literally took a girl for, like, looking at her wrong and just slammed her into the sink at the house.
And, like, didn't go to prison.
There's fights, like, every day on that show. It's for TV.
Okay.
So, a show like that, but still, everything is scripted. Like,
right.
I want something more real.
You want actual No, like
I'm sick of these over makeup, perfect looking, like,
Yeah.
or like try to be perfect looking type
Right.
of things.
So are you saying enough with the love shows? We've seen all the love shows.
The love shows are crazy. The love
Well,
shows
now
are
they're
too
just getting into like
much.
weirdly unrealistic things. Like they just Ultimatum is a show about swingers.
Oh yeah,
It's just
that
swing.
is a crazy concept. I watched, like, when I figured out what that concept was, and you truly absorb it. You go, we've fallen as a civilization.
Yeah. Openly cheat for television. And you're both doing it, by the way. It's so strange. It's you know what? It's very LA. Because there are soulless people out there.
All these people are fucking burning sage.
Yeah.
These are sage burners.
Even like the jacked guys kind of have like a feminine thing to them.
How do you talk about your feelings that fucking long?
How are you talking about that fast? You just meet people and you're like, yeah, I don't think anyone ever loved me truly. And you're like, what are you do? You're a giant black guy. You're jacked. What are you talking about?
It's that they do
have
that.
A hard exterior. They talk about the hard exterior of the guy, and then you never see it because he's just started talking about his fucking feelings right away. What are you talking about? He's getting kombucha. What is this?
It's always your last chance at love. This will change my
You're
whole life.
25.
You're 25. You've been in a relationship for 3 years. I don't want to fucking hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Your last chance at love. People
my-
find love at 40, and you know it's a good love. 40's a good love.
40 is a Paris type of love.
I don't know what that means.
It's where you go to Paris. You find your love in Paris.
You don't have to go to Paris. You could go to a bar. And just be like, you're 40 and I'm 40. You might be missing a couple teeth, but, like, sometimes I limp. You want to be just more companions than anything? And then if we get to have sex, we will?
You and I have a very different view of romance. I think
that's humongously romantic. What are you talking about?
No, you're
two fucking mutants who are middle-aged. They find each other. And they're like, all right, I need a companion.
It is nice. I was thinking of a more like 40, I want to change my life. I moved to Paris.
Oh, what do you live in a fucking movie? What, do you live in a Sandra Bullock movie?
Why can't I?
Because it doesn't exist. And you know what? She didn't care about those black kids she was trying to teach. She fucking, the second she could get a job at a better district, she did.
There was Sandra Bullock controversy around The Blind Side because they said that the actual lady that she was playing beat him or something. What was it?
No, I think they I want
to start that rumor.
Yeah. Yeah, this white lady.
What did Sandra Bullock Sandra Bullock teamed up with the mom was beating this kid or something?
No. I think it was I guess I'll look it up. I'm pretty sure it was like she they sued him for rights to the movie or something like that because of how it was portrayed or something like that.
Ah, I see what you mean.
Or something odd where
listen, you have to make a good movie. Sometimes you gotta dramatize.
Right. From what I actually understand, she was better in the movie than she was in real life. Where it was clearly well, let me go adopt a giant athlete black kid. So that way he can play football and then we're going to be taken care of for the rest of our lives. And then they kind of fucked with his contracts and shit. They wanted a piece. And they would hold it over his head.
Not good.
I took you out of the ghetto. Give me fucking money. I think it was something like that. Let me look it up though.
Devastating if true.
Michael
or
Oher. I'm a football guy. I know this shit. Controversy. How do you spell controversy?
Yes, you gotta sound that one out.
I think I got close enough. Oh, okay. Let's see.
Yeah, I think with that one it was that he came in and he was like, "This is the first time I've had this," and she's like, "What?" And he's like, she's like, what, a room to yourself? And he's like, a bed. Like, they made it very tragic.
Yes. Okay. Here's a quick version. Their name was the Tui. The Memphis couple depicted in the 2009 Oscar-winning film The Blind Side, who have been accused in court of shortchanging the football star Michael Oher over nearly 2 decades, alleged in new court filings that Oher sent them text messages and emails to try to extort them out of $15 million with threats of ruining some shit. So, okay, I didn't get the whole thing.
Okay, so they basically...
with threats of ruining the glossy depictions of their relationship. Okay, so it was more financial for them, and now they're suing Michael Oher because I guess something to do with the movie. It wasn't as white saviory as depicted. Let's see. The Tuies quoted snippets of messages from Oher, the former Mississippian NFL offensive lineman, and said he threatened to say publicly and widely that he had been robbed out of more than $50 million. This is a guy who was at one point the highest paid lineman like ever. Let's see. That's the... No, just they also said, or think how it will look when this comes out. Filed a petition alleging the Tuies had lied about adopting him when they presented him with paperwork to make them his conservators in 2004, a maneuver that the Tuies have acknowledged was used to help Oher play for Mississippi. In his petition, Oher requested the conservatorship be closed and asked for a full accounting of money earned off his name, image and likeness, as well as back pay for money made through the conservatorship, which put the Tuies in charge of Oher's financial affairs at a time when he was considered a top NFL prospect. In a September court filing, the Tuies rejected Oher's allegations that they tricked him. They denied exploiting Oher for their own gain and forging his signature on contracts. They said they were ready, willing, and able to terminate the conservatorship by consent at any time. A Tennessee judge said in September that she would end the unusual conservatorship, but was not dismissing the financial part of the case. In filings, the Tuies have said that they paid Oher the same share of the Blind Side film profits, about $138,000, that each of them, as well as their 2 children, received.
$138,000? But they kept the money from when he was like the highest paying athlete?
So I guess they don't get royalties. That probably goes to whoever owns the movie and the actors.
Yeah.
So I guess they got a portion, and it amongst their children, I guess, is about $138,000 apiece. Nothing to sniff at.
Conservatorships, they've been in a lot of trouble lately.
Why? What do you mean?
Britney was in a conservatorship, like...
Oh, so basically, what is it? Like, your guardian is just in control of your funds, basically?
Yeah.
Everything you make kind of goes through them, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
They have to prove that you're not able to do it yourself, which I guess they did because he was probably too young.
Right.
And
he's 37 as of last year, so he probably is maybe 5-6 years out of the NFL at that point.
Yeah.
Which tells me that they were just raking in bank and just skimming giving him some money, but like skimming for themselves. So he wants that back pay.
Yeah.
And then the money from the movie.
He's getting it from everywhere. You know what? They are the Blind Side. They are his Blind Side.
They did Blindside.
He was worried about getting like his manager stealing from him or something, and they were just skimming the whole time. They blindsided.
He's like, for years I was the blind side. Who protected my blind side? That's crazy.
Wow. You know what? They should come up with another movie called Blindsided.
Blindsided.
And just do it on this.
That'd be Blindside 2.
Financial financial crimes. Blindside 2, white collar.
I like that.
Oh man. Okay, I wanted to talk about. I saw. These have been a weird couple of days. I think it's Christmas in the city. I think it's this whole CEO thing. I think people are on edge.
Tell me more.
I was on the bus, and the bus driver was speaking very loudly. Kind of... We're good? All right. So she was like a black woman, no hair, like big hoops, very loud. She was talking to like another bus driver who got onto the bus. Mm-hmm. And we're going to Staten Island. So these are the perfect characters. So she's like talking super loud. She's like, yeah, they don't train people like they train them in Staten Island. Like, we're different. We drive better or something. And then she starts talking about her supervisor and her hours and talking shit. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden I hear from the third row, hey, can you quiet down up there? I'm trying to sleep. Happy holidays.
That's very New York. I like that. That seems not that... Actually, that doesn't seem that rude.
And she goes, excuse me.
Excuse the fuck out of me.
She's like, I'm driving my bus. And he goes, he's like, you just keep driving your bus. You just keep working your city job, honey. You just keep working that job. She's like, well, believe me, I am. You just keep driving. Don't even... Why don't you go back to sleep? And he's like, I can't. You're talking so loud, talking about your superior, your supervisor.
What? Crazy.
He's like, maybe you should say less. And she told him to say less. She goes, say less. And he goes, you should say less. She goes, make me say less.
It is very funny that you should say less.
Come over here and make me say yes.
This bus driver wants to just... Is she going to stop the bus and just fight?
She was fighting words. She was spitting fighting words. And then he just grumbled something and went back to sleep. And she did stop talking, but not before putting in some shit like... They always coming to me like, watch me be a 6'2" white man. They ain't saying nothing to me.
What do you mean? Were you once a 6'2" white man?
Yeah,
and nobody had a problem?
She sounds like she turns into it like the Hulk. She's like, don't get me angry. I will turn into a 6'2" white boy. Right. If I get angry.
Oh no, her credit, it's going up rapidly. The angrier she gets, the more property she owns.
She ruins him financially.
Hulk Sue.
Bus driver part 2, white collar.
That's fun. I like that. So I want to talk about Whoopi.
Let's talk about Whoopi.
So Whoopi's been on a fucking tear lately.
She came after our island.
She came after Staten Island. In her defense, she did never mention the name.
She came after my mother. She came after Staten Island. She came after all of us.
That's right. You mess with one of us. You mess with all of us. What movie?
Fight Club.
Spider-Man.
Hell yeah. Was Fight Club? Where was Fight Club?
Los Angeles?
Okay.
I think. I want to rewatch Fight Club.
I watched it once.
You watched it once?
Yes.
Yeah, I've been meaning to get back to that.
It's a good movie. You know what? I hear people go like, "Oh yeah, every rewatch it's different." I'm like, man, I wish I was fucking smart enough to rewatch Fight Club, dude.
What do you mean smart enough?
I watch the dumbest shit. I'm like
some of the dumbest people I know love Fight Club.
I know, but I feel like even that is like I can't. I have trouble watching and sitting through the whole movie.
I think you have that problem with any movie.
You know what's you know a movie I do like, starring Whoopi Goldberg. I do like Ghost. It's a good movie. I watch it every time I see it on.
Yeah.
Hey, I like that movie.
You like nice things.
I do like nice things. Well, people do get dragged to hell in that movie, which used to scare me.
How is hell depicted in Ghost? I don't know if I ever saw Ghost.
The person dies and then these black appendages come from kind of like shadows.
Right.
They're shadows.
They come from the shadows.
They come, yes. And they grab them and like pull their soul into hell and the person's like screaming and, you know.
Wow. But if you never see hell, what are you so scared of? Can I tell you this? This is what I wanted to always...
Wow, you've ruined religion. Nick Carra destroys religion with every punchline the Vatican shakes.
Oh no, my religion, my scam. My bigger fucking scam.
It's just to bless the animals and get to pet all those dogs, Pope. I know what you're fucking up to. Petting dogs and little boys.
Yeah, fuck you guys.
Whoopi Goldberg.
I had a point before we I feel like every time there's a punchline coming or a point, we change subjects. I think we gotta get better at podcasting.
No, this is great. They love it. Everyone has ADHD. It's fine.
But you know, when we do it live, we'll find out if they love it.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna clip up the podcast and we're gonna make the video Subway Surfer. And we're going to get millions and billions of views. I'm telling you, we gotta go.
Right. What if we just put it over video games, like on Twitch?
Yeah, and then we just do part 1, part 2, part 3.
Yeah, we just force everybody.
Yes.
Because this is going to be an audio podcast.
Because also what you do with that is when you have a part 3, you want to find a part 4, and you can release a million videos like that. We could put the whole podcast up like that. Who gives a shit?
Right. You know what? You're in charge of you're our social media guru. You're our social media czar.
I'm gonna get us fucking famous off of Minecraft. Right.
One thing I do love about the White House stuff is we keep calling people czars, yet we're afraid and want to fight Russia. I've just noticed it's the thing we keep doing.
I don't call them czars. I call them tsars. I call them in Russian. I call them tsar.
Tsars. But let's get back to Whoopi, that bitch. She's been on a fucking tear of just insulting everybody with her fucking predator haircut. She went after this bakery, which were our friend of the show, Jessica Scarcella Spanton.
Family owned, sponsored.
She's been trying to get Whoopi to apologize.
Jessica?
She's been all over Fox News, which for a Democrat is really something.
She's calling her the fuck out.
Yeah. Yeah, no, listen, we have beef.
Why was Whoopi Goldberg getting it from Staten Island? Why? You have so many bakeries in the city. What is... Why that specific? Was it because of the Charlotte Russe? Are there no Charlotte Russe cupcakes in Manhattan? Why?
There's definitely... You know what Charlotte Russe is? It's like half an inch of cake and then whipped cream and a cherry. You can't get that at any fucking bakery?
It is weird because she's not in Staten Island. She's in Manhattan. So why order from a bakery that far away?
Right. Doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. There's something fishy about it.
Does Whoopi Goldberg have a history with Holterman's or Staten Island?
I don't know. I mean, I think we were set. I think this is a ruse. I think this whole thing is a ruse. It's a big Charlotte Russe. It's fabricated. This is to punish us. To punish Staten Island. It's like congestion pricing. Whoopi Goldberg just started this problem. It's like, like when those gay guys go to, like, specifically Christian bakeries?
Yes.
Like, on purpose to get them to say no to making a gay wedding cake? This is what that feels like. Why go all the way out of your way? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I don't... That's one thing that just does... I guess because they have a great reputation? I mean, it is like it's almost like a 200-year-old place. I think they're like 170 years old. So I guess they have a pretty good... But she never mentions the actual bakery's name. But people saw the wrappers, I guess, and were like, oh, that's Holterman's on Staten Island. And then it caused a big stink. And what Whoopi said was that they didn't want to... do her order because of her politics. And she wanted to order Charlotte Russe was a pastry that was a favorite of her mother's. Goldberg claimed the view that the bakery refused her order because they didn't like her political views. The bakery owner Jill Holterman maintained that the issue was a technical problem with their ovens and not related to Goldberg's political beliefs. I believe that. Because I don't think this woman that's getting up at 5, getting into her bakery at 6, opening all the places and firing up all the ovens and making sure donuts and coffee's getting made, is worrying about fucking Whoopi Goldberg.
I've worked in a lot of small businesses. I know a lot of small business owners, and they are wrapped up in their business 100%. This runs your life. If this business goes under, you are losing all the money you have ever,
Right.
It's so much on the line for these people that they don't give a fuck about Whoopi Goldberg. And also, to that point, this is a thing that people do. So especially if you know you're gonna try to, She might have even said like, "Hey, call back later and we'll see how we're doing."
Right.
I don't know if she did, but
I don't know. I don't know what she did and didn't say. AI is apprehensive to say, but from what I can kind of make out is fucking the lady had a technical problem. This says the ovens. I believe she said it was her boiler actually, and it's an old building, so you know how it's an old building, shit breaks, and you have to constantly kind of keep it up to date.
So the new stuff that she said, the fat shaming.
Oh, we're just moving on?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
What you want to?
Well, no, that's okay. That's fine.
We're staying on Whoopi Goldberg, no?
Yeah, no, that was just that was abrupt.
Was it?
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. That's fine. Whatever.
But what I'm saying is like she's been doing it a lot more lately. How often have we heard from Whoopi Goldberg in the last 4 years? She's popping up again.
It's often. And Joy Behar's the other one on her show, or is that a different show?
It's the same one because Trump raises these people's profiles and nobody gives a shit what they say unless
they were bitching about Trump for for 8 years. But when Trump before that was on the show, then they would like hug him and kiss him. They'd be like, "You should run for president. We love you, Mr. Trump."
Well, that's the thing. The View's never gonna go off air because they're getting so much fucking attention. They're so big.
Right. Well, because they just keep saying inflammatory things.
Exactly.
So when people actually stop watching the show, they just go and they do something crazy, like a bakery is fucking attacking me, and then this recent thing. I want to see exactly what she said. So I guess RFK Jr. had made some comments that he doesn't think Ozempics and whatever they're called are they're good. She doesn't think that, or he doesn't think that they're good for you. I tend to agree. Anything that's a shortcut to weight loss is probably not good.
We're gonna see people. I feel like we're just gonna see people start spontaneous combusting.
Yeah, something's gonna happen to you. I don't know what. I'm not sure what your reaction's gonna be in a couple months or whatever it is. But you injecting yourself with fucking anti-fatty poison, there's gonna be a consequence.
You're gonna see. It would be funny if it was spontaneous combustion because you're all sitting in your
literal
office.
fat burning.
You're all gonna be sitting in your office. This woman's just gonna pop, and you're gonna go, "I fucking knew it. I knew it."
Right. Diet and exercise my ass, Beth.
I mean, listen, the influencers, if they haven't gone on this shit,
they've been on it. The actors have been on it.
Mindy Kaling,
Whoopi Goldberg was on it.
Right, she was 300 pounds.
She said, right. We watched the video. She said she was getting close to 300 pounds, and then got up and showed her not impressive body. But you know what else happens? Maybe you shouldn't order fucking 50 fucking cupcakes from Baker's in Staten Island. There you go. That was the transition I was trying to make.
Well, if you order that many, you better be fucking running to get it.
Right. You should have walked.
You should have walked.
Listen, she's 68 years old, too. Guess what happens? You get a little fucking fat because you don't have anyone to impress. But you do because you're fucking shattering chairs on ABC.
There's
so an RFK Jr., the guy, the healthiest health executive I believe we've ever had.
Dude, there are so many, when I was looking up Whoopi Goldberg videos, there's so many fart compilations. It's like, girl, your gut is in trouble.
Yeah.
Farting all over the place.
You need kombucha, bitch. Come on.
That's the spontaneous combustion. It's going to be a huge fart and the person's just going to explode.
Yeah. Is that why her name is Whoopi Goldberg? Is that why? Because she still does fart jokes? She's the last comedian to like really do fart bits.
That I would respect, but I don't think it's that.
You don't think it's that?
I think she's farting up a storm.
You think it's just her farting?
Yeah, no, I don't think it's.
You don't think it's like
purpose.
she just refuses to give up on fart jokes? That'd be hilarious. I want to find a video of Whoopi Goldberg defending fart jokes with the same ferocity she goes after RFK Jr. And let's see, so he said that Ozempic is probably bad for you, which makes sense to me. I think to most people probably.
Sure.
That's not going to stop people from being on it because it's an easy fix. But she says that is fat shaming. It's fat shaming to take shortcuts to be less fat. How? Because bodies are different. Some people just are naturally fatter than others. That's true, I guess. But sorry.
Isn't it? But you took it. Isn't that fat shaming? Like, why did you lose the weight then? Why take it?
Right. If you were ashamed of your fat,
well, because
then you should still be fat.
Then these people give themselves away by saying like, "Well, I lost it for my health." It's like, yes. Okay, you're almost there. You're so close.
Yeah. And yet you still. And here's a healthy guy who's 2 years older than you, right? He's 70 or 69. I don't know. He's older than you, not by much, but here he is, pretty fucking healthy, for a guy who has been on heroin. His father and uncle were shot by the CIA, and they told him they did it years ago. You see him doing push-ups in jeans. This guy's because he tends to lean toward the vaccine thing, I guess. It might cause autism.
They do not like that vaccine thing one bit.
No, and they bring it up all the time. But how many times does this guy have to go like, I'm not anti-vaccine. I think polio vaccine is fine.
Well, that's what they do. They take one thing you say, and if like it's also his alignment, so they take everything he says and goes like, he's fucking crazy.
Right.
And
my cousin does that, and she's like, and his brain was eaten by a worm, and he's crazy, and it's dangerous, and and you're like, well, let's look up the last health expert, and it's you know what the last health expert does at night? Sleeps standing up in a field. Kids run over and tip her. Or him, I'm not sure.
Christy Nome is after her.
Christy Nome shot her in the head.
You're such an animal. Christy Nome's after you.
Wrap it up. But yeah, Whoopi doing all this shit is really annoying, and I found this is a parody account. I see, but you know what? Still, I think this is going to be our tweet of the week. Let's see where we're at. We are at 56. We have about 4 minutes. Let's just go. Dear Whoopi, I appreciate your perspective on my influence. However, if half the passion of your constant uninformed criticisms were directed towards exercise and diet, your health and weight would naturally improve. Open to discussing further. Best, RFK Jr.
Heifer.
You heifer?
Heifer.
But fucking...
Heifer. Heifer of the week.
Whoopi? Maybe you'd fart less if you had less fat ass. Maybe stop ordering little cakes. If you eat many little cakes, that you were still eating cake.
She just eats all 50 like, it was my mother's favorite.
It reminds me of my mother.
Is her mother alive?
Hell no. Is that like a 70-year-old woman?
No
You think
way.
her mother's alive? What are you talking about?
I want to hear from Whoopi's mother. Bring out the grand whoop.
The whoopster.
Oh man, that was such a perfectly crafted tweet. Such a takedown. Real shot at the Achilles.
Yeah, I really wish it was actual RFK Jr., but that's okay. That's fine. It's fine. Whatever.
It's not actually him?
No, it's his parody.
Ah, no.
Yeah, but it is pretty funny.
That is very funny, but man, I thought it was the real one. I was like, that's fucking crazy. I love this administration. I got really excited. I thought that was the state of our politics. I don't want
Oh, here's a picture of Fat Whoopi.
Let's see this.
Oof.
Oh, that's a nice sound.
Oof.
Oh.
That's okay.
Oh la la.
Oh la la. Oh my god. Whoopi, Whoopi, Whoopi. The perfect representation of the standard American diet. What was the other thing she's saying the reason that people get fat like that is because there's poison in the American people's food. Which is also something fucking RFK said.